Hey guys, welcome to PQ, where we watch and talk about music as classical musicians, and welcome to our second video for Friday. We'll listen to Van Morrison, Moondance. That was our first song from him on this channel, and we're gonna continue with his theme today, and we're gonna do one of your requests for this video. This video is from David, so thank you so much for your support and song request. This is, again, Van Morrison, obviously, and the name of the song is Into the Mystic. The first video that we watched, at least I personally was not expecting to be that jazzy. I just had a totally different picture of his genre and his style in my mind, but I was thoroughly surprised, but really enjoyed the song a lot. So I'm interested to see if that's his genre, like in general he has like a heavy influence of jazz, or that was just that one song. So I guess we'll see in a short time.
We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic. I can now hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic.
Okay, just wait here. I couldn't stop listening to the bass line from the first moment. It had a very interesting and kind of like bouncy line to it, dun, 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 and then it would just change, I think, to one step lower, and then it would just repeat that. And so I kind of was distracted this whole time. One other thing that I noticed, I'm gonna listen to like the music as a whole a little bit more, but then I realized that his singing was like much different from the first, like the style, and then the way of his delivery was much different than the other song that we listened to. It's like less jazzy, obviously, but also the way of his singing like is more like lyrical, I would say, in this one.
Yeah, as I heard this, I appreciated even the first song even more, because I was like, so that's not always his style, and maybe he just went a little like, okay, let's make this song a little jazzy, and he nailed it. So it's even more like crazy that it's not always his style, so that he's used to it, and then he practiced so many in this style, but just it was a try maybe. And he nailed it.
Yeah, I don't know what his style or genre is. Obviously, like maybe more jazz influence comes in this song. We'll see. But let's go and listen.
And where that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yeah, when the foghorn blows, I wanna hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And magnificently we will fold into the mystic. when that foghorn blows, you know I will be coming home. And when that foghorn whistle blows, I gotta hear it, I don't have to fear it. And I wanna rock your gypsy soul, just like way back in the days of old. And together we will float into the mystic. Come on, girl. Too late to stop now.
Oh my God, I loved it so much. I think there was like a little influence of, like, not that heavy, but a little influence of jazz, especially in that middle section of it. You could hear it a little bit of, and then the piano in the background doing a bunch of stuff throughout the song. So it's not too far off, I would say, from the first song, like, if you really listen. But I really love that. It's just, I feel like two different sides of him that we just happened to listen today. This one, especially with his vocal delivery, as I said, it's lyrical, but at the same time so conversational, so much more like it, and it feels like it's just floating on top of the music. It really feels like it's not, the beats are so like just basically floating on it, like his voice is just basically not tied to any beats of the music, if that makes sense. It's just the way that he starts or like he finishes, and then he does a little bit of a rubato sometimes, so that means like making it a little bit faster, making it a little bit like slower at some points, that doesn't necessarily match with the beats of music, but in general they're together. So it really makes it feel like we are just, like as he said, you're just sailing into the mystic. Like his voice is very, like, it feels like rocking when you're on a ship. It's not just like I'm marching and everything is in time. So that was very interesting.
I really love the short guitar acoustic that was coming and going, especially when he was saying that when you hear the folk horn, and you would hear the folk horn, which was interesting also. But shortly before or after this thing that he was always saying, there was a guitar that it was playing a very simple thing, but it was so beautiful. Not only because of the thing that was played that was so beautiful, but also because of the color that the acoustic guitar has. And you, I have this feeling that you don't hear it enough in the songs. You hear more like I don't know, electric guitar, which I love also, but it's this acoustic, this feeling that acoustic guitar has. It's like if you have this kind of, if you play this kind of genre or you have this kind of style, you hear it a lot always. But in other genres or in other styles, you don't hear it that often, and you would think that it's like kind of out of context if you suddenly bring like an acoustic instrument like an acoustic guitar, but it actually really adds such a beauty into the song. And also I really like to really dive deeper into the lyrics and know everything what kind of a metaphoric thing is being said in every sentence. For example, what is the folk horn representing? That when you hear it, I'm coming back to home. Maybe it's death, or maybe it's something else. I don't know, but I really would like to read the lyrics a couple times more and then see what he's really about. But one thing that I realized, it was exactly the first sentence that he said, that we are older than the wind and younger than the sun. It really showed that the whole universe and the nature and everything was before us and will be also after us, and we are just a little, very small part, we human beings, and also we just us as a one human, like me as one human, uh, with a really short human life that we have. It's just it's the world is before, and it will continue also after, and we're just really small, like, I don't know, a breeze in this world that is coming and going, and it's just nothing more, and we just have this small short moment that we are in.
Yeah, I think the highlight of this song for me is actually the lyrics. I know that like the whole theme of it, I think, because of the title obviously, and then because of every time that the verses would end, he's talking about, I want to sail into the mystic. So that kind of, like, to me is just basically has like a spiritual meaning, I think, if I'm not mistaken about the word. So it's just like talking about maybe going back to spirituality, or like also he was talking about going home, and then that foghorns that we were hearing, it really felt like whenever he would say that and he would talk about like going back home or returning home, you could hear the foghorn. So that was also another interesting thing, that every time that he would think about it, as if somebody was calling on him, that yes, like that's like a call to just to return home. And then home can, I guess, mean a lot of things. Like, to my interpretation, can be like basically going back to spirituality, and then just be going back to the universe maybe. And it was interesting that he chose this angle of like a lot of like sea metaphors, like marine life, like being on a ship sailing. And then he was talking about obviously a lot of nature things, but like sea and sailing it specifically, to kind of approach that, because I mean there's 1,000 ways to do that. So that was, I think, a very unique perspective to me, and very like the highlight of the song, that really matched with obviously very calm guitar moments that it was having. So it really also again felt like we are moving not too fast, because it's not like, again, not a march, but it's we're actually sailing towards something bigger, or whatever he's talking about. So it's just, again, it was had kind of a little bit elements of storytelling, but not directly, because a lot of metaphors and symbolism. And I really appreciate like metaphors and symbolism in lyrics, because I feel like it's just like creates a whole new level when you're listening to something, and then it's just open to interpretation, obviously. So that was very interesting.
Actually, the term of sailor boat, or the being a sailor, is really a thing in mystical world. In Persian, not always poetry, but in the Persian mystical world. And the people, you can hear the salesman or something a lot. And in general, around the world, being a sailman or being in a boat, it really represents the life.
Yeah.
And it's really present in the mystical.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. That was very
the world,
interesting. That, so yeah, that was, I think that's a wrap for this video, but we are so happy to listen to 2 Van Morrison songs in one day. That was so much fun. So we hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We want to thank David again for requesting this song, and thank you guys for watching this video. Please don't forget to like it, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and if you want to support us more, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.